Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell in Springfield, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery. This is a 16 by 20 inch canvas, and my only plan is to make a mess and continue to make a mess until I cover that mess with more mess and carve out some mark making at the end, maybe some swiping. I'm going to start with some alizarin rose because I was feeling red colors today earlier. I believe that's a primary element. Why don't I just do something unusual and not put any other colors with it at all for a start? Now I put a box in my way so I can't turn my turntable, so that's going to be an issue for me. Now I don't want to pull it out so much so that I have all canvas texture. I'd kind of like it to be covered, give me a little coverage. So now I'm going to try the Hollyberry, which is a purely pigment. And I'm going to leave the alizarin rose. What am I going to do with the alizarin rose? I want all of it. So I'm going to use a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula and just put it right down on the canvas. Scrape my spatula clean. I might even use that to spread it around, just because I can. Now I still have a little bit there, I see that. And I am going to take a break and remove those other colors. Put them behind me maybe. There's a table way on the other side of the wall. You cannot use the word way when you're referring to anything in my studio because nothing is way far away. I'm going to continue on with some Dancing Fuchsia. I've just found a combination of different things that make a beautiful purple, and I'm going to use some of that too in a minute. And that's my head in the camera. Of course it is. This says magenta, ultramarine blue, and dioxidine violet. But I don't know half of those are correct or not. Now anywhere that I smear colors with my spatula, I'm just going to cover up with something else. I'd love to just squeeze out the Tuscan Sun, but every time I've tried lately, I've had an issue. With other things coming out. Now I should wipe that spatula off, shouldn't I? I guess I will. I don't think it matters. I'm not expecting to make any sense out of anything right now at all. I'm just spreading colors around and seeing how I feel about them and their placement. And now I'm going to use the sour lemon with hollyberry that I used to use with orange crush, and I will again sometime soon whenever I run out of this. That looks like a good spot for some black. Which reminds me, I want some white too. I have the titanium white. Looks like its tip is going to need to be cleaned out. Good thing I'm not expecting anything wonderful right now, because I'm not getting it yet. But I have to cover the canvas in order to make the mess I need. I'm also having problems with my editing program, so I may not be editing. Videos might be just absurdly long, and my suggestion to you is to run them at double speed. That was Decor Americana 24 karat gold, which I like a lot. Always have, always will. Let's use a bunch. Also, since I'm here, I'm going to grab, hopefully it's still shaken up from yesterday, the blue velvet. Not very much, but some. My Let's Make a Mess thing is working. I'm looking for the Chrysocolla, and I know it's right here. And I promised myself I was going to move those colors out of the way, and then I didn't do it. Oh, I like that. I think I might need some more of that. And I do like just taking the residuals off my spatula and cleaning them off on the edge of the canvas. Because I do figure, you know, I can always just clean them up. Here's some blue flame, which is a primary element, which I actually like to add a little dancing fuchsia with. And I made it all the way to the top. I'm getting ready for some orange. I'm also getting ready for some black. I'm going to try and hold off on the black just as long as I can. Just kind of hoping if I use the blue, maybe it's time for another tool. I have a small rubber brush. Keep using this spot over here to clean things off. What was I saying? I've interrupted myself. Black. I was thinking about black. I was thinking I shouldn't use it yet, but that doesn't keep me from wanting to try. And the rubber brushes are definitely beginning to call me. But I want to turn this the other way. Oh, that was what I was talking about. I need to move those colors out of the way. I'm afraid if it had to happen. Alright, that's fun, and I'm having fun with that. I'm going to use some white, I think, and a bigger, wider blade. And I shouldn't be too concerned. I shouldn't try and thin my paint out too much, honestly, because I'll never get any mark making out of it. So I put that down and push it toward the edge before I pull it back. Wow, that went way further than I expected. So it's a weird painting. Who cares? Wipe this off. Today, anything goes. I like this strange purple color. And I like weird marks that appear that I should have looked at the blade of my tool, because there's black on it. That's okay, because strange things are what makes things interesting. Now it's going to be nicer to be able to spin my my canvas around, and I'm still looking for the Chrysocolla again. Did I move it with everything? No, it's here. Yay. Kind of want to clean that off before I continue to make the same. I'm really liking that blue with the Dancing Fuchsia a lot. Just like that blue, actually. I'm going to try and motivate some of that gold. To a few more places. And maybe a little more Dancing Fuchsia, which I actually am happy that I kept handy. There's the blue I wanted to do something with. I'm wondering if another, I never did use the orange I kept talking about. Let's do a little bit of orange. See how I feel about it. And I've got gold on my brush. Maybe I'll use the clean side. I'm loving how that red looks, and I should have kept that holly berry. Or was it the alizarin rose? Or maybe it was both. I think this is the alizarin rose. And I'm going to put a little bit Dancing Fuchsia right with it. Most of the time I don't like the texture of canvas, but sometimes mark making, it's more fun to like let things happen. I haven't used any saffron in this. This is more sour lemon with orange, excuse me, not with orange crush, with holly berry. I'm going to give it some white. Some titanium white, vivid intense titanium white. And if this yellow dries, I can put some blue over the top of it and it won't turn green, which might be of interest to me. Okay, so I'm sort of at a crossroads here. More titanium white. A little more orange. With more Dancing Fuchsia. And we are having fun now for sure. I'm loving the orange combination. I'm going to use some of it right there. I want some light blue, and I don't have much light blue, but I do have Frostbite. And it's actually still breathing. That's what I refer to when I can get air to flow out of the top. wipe that off. Maybe I want a little bit more of the blue velvet. Don't need much. A little more titanium white, which may or may not be white by the time I'm done using my brush on it. I don't promise not to go through all of this and put black over the top of things. I've been trying to get myself to do this for a while. I'm thinking that I like the texture of the paint without pulling on it, so maybe I'll just leave that one alone. And a little yellow never hurt anything. Maybe a little time for a little more black. I've got this black that I mixed the other day to make a drip painting, and I kind of would love to know how it works, but I'm a little nervous about where to put it, because I don't actually think I need very much to change this right at the moment. Maybe we'll try a little bit up there. I'm wondering if this is going to get to the point where I think it's too busy. And it seems a shame I can't work for like an hour or more to do something else to this, but it also doesn't need it. So maybe you're just done when you're done. Although I haven't pulled my tools in. And I kind of want to. And I'll be back in a minute. Which is all there's left of the time before my camera shuts off anyway. I'm really liking this. I'm really not done with it either though. Maybe I'll take a picture in between. That sounds like a good idea. A plan has formed. Oh, that was a good mark. I'm not so sure what I'm going to do with that. I guess that's what I'm going to do with that. I had a little scrape there. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I want to do a few things. Starting with darkening up my stripes. And I've got a really flimsy little hair dye tool, which I'm thinking might spread some color nice and evenly. Well, I was hoping anyway. I have to clean that off to get it to be even. And I gotta kind of leave that one. I don't want to leave, but I'm going to leave it. I'll use a little bit of the paint. Gosh, I just can't talk today. Alright, I've pulled out a bunch of tools. I've got Princeton art tool catalysts and stuff people gave me. And I don't know if any of it's going to work right now. Oh, I've got some cells. Cool. There we go. There's some mark making. I like dragging things. What can I say? I've also got some, which I'm assuming are vapes that I found on the ground different places that I want to use as stamps. But right now, My palette's got tools on it, so I'm not going to do that yet. So let's try a different tool. That's not hurting anything. This is my ice scraper that's the size of a credit card from Maine that I've used many times now. And obviously it's too late for the most part, but a couple marks. I got a couple marks. I do love this tool. There's no doubt about it. I like the Decor Americana 24 karat gold stays moist a while, which in this case is working to my benefit. I do want to be careful because if I go too far I'll be unhappy because I really liked what I had. Tempting. No cat hairs allowed. And this, I think this is a cake decorating apparatus. I kind of want to take my driblets . Scrape into them. Just a few marks here and there can be enough, I think. And I should turn out my studio light if I want to show you this. I think I'm done. It's just enough for me. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching longer. It speaks to the YouTube algorithm. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out @gmail.com if you'd like to inquire about taking a class with me at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, one-on-one, or purchasing an artwork. Linked here you'll find promo codes for Color Art products and pixel paint designs, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, a couple of my websites, my Amazon link. Volumes 1 and Volumes 2 of my books are on the Amazon link because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities, the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube. Questions are welcome and encouraged. My community board will show you tomorrow's video at around 2 p.m. hopefully. I'll do something else. Thank you. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to the members. Thank you to those of you who use PayPal to make a donation to keep me painting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys endlessly, and you inspire me always. My paint pouring recipes below show more, and I have 34 playlists of 100 videos each, and everything's organized by topic and genre. If you need anything, don't forget, ask questions. It's fine. Thank you for being here. Bye for now. Priscilla out.